Hello and welcome to Introduction to Supervision in Field Timesheet Training video. My name is Jamie Walsh and I am bringing you this training on behalf of the Field Education Department of the Social Work Program. This video will cover what you need to know to get started with timesheets and cover key points to pay attention to. We will spend our time in IPT creating a mock timesheet. Some of the key points that we're really going to pay attention to are the importance of dates, the way in which totals are calculated, the review of activities section, signatures, and the all-important save. So what do you say? Let's head over to IPT and let's get started. So I've gone to www.runipt.com and that's brought me to our main login page. So I'm going to continue using the same test faculty username. So type in my username, type in the password that I created from that initial day. I'll click on login. And as we mentioned, all of the necessary forms are going to be found in the My Forms section. So this would be where you're going to click in here and you're going to find your timesheet for us to get started. As you'll see, when you first open up your timesheet, it seems fairly empty, as you, the student, are required to add the weeks in. So initially, this is what it's going to look like. You'll see up here at the top, you have the title, Supervision and Field Timesheet. You'll also see academic year and student name. When you're logged into your specific account, you'll see the current year that you're in and your student name. So why don't we go ahead and try adding a week. So we're going to click on the green addition box here. And this brings up what a week would look like. So as we talked about dates, you really want to be mindful. The weeks start with Sunday. So we're going to want to pick a Sunday date. Let's go with September 9th. That'll start our week for us. Make sure that's accurate. And then over here, it's really important that you include the number of hours completed for that day, not the time frame. So let's say Monday I completed 5 hours. Wednesday I was able to complete 5.5 hours. So that 0.5 represents that half hour. And then Friday I came back and I completed another 5 hours. What you'll notice here for total hours for the week is blank. You do not have to do anything here. What you'll notice when we go through and we actually sign for the week, the system will automatically calculate your total hours for the week. So I'll point that out for you once we're done. Well, over here we have review of activities. That's next. This is where you'll want to think about the skills you've learned during this week and specific activities that you've done. So you want to check off all that apply. Early on, mostly training, administrative meetings, and perhaps some client contact has happened early on. You'll want to notice here we have client contact and we also have client contacts independent. Client contact independent will begin later on, and that'll give you a sense of when the student begins to interact directly with clients as opposed to shadowing, which is more aligned with this one. So we want to take a look, we want to review the data, we want to make sure that our date is correct, starts on a Sunday, that our hours for each day are accurate. And at that point, once we've reviewed all the data, it's time to sign for the week. You'll see here you have week signature. You want to click on that. You'll see sign by typing your name below when you have completed the information for the week. So I'm going to utilize the name that I've been using, test faculty, and I'm going to click on submit signature. It says signature recorded. Once our signature is complete, you'll notice that the total hours for the week have been calculated. So we're at 15.5. You'll also notice over here in the right-hand corner, total hours semester to date. This is where your hours are going to be calculated and tallied for the entire semester. So right now they reflect 15.5 because we only have 1 week listed. The other piece to note, there is no space for your field instructor to sign. There's no hyperlink. And so at this point, once you've signed, IPT generates an email that gets sent to your field instructor notifying them they have a document to sign. Once they open that up, they'll come into IPT, they too will sign it in this box reflecting that the week is complete. So how about we give another try? Let's add a new week. Click on this green addition symbol. All right, we're going to add the next week, again reflecting that Sunday start date. And let's say Monday I came in, I did 8 hours this week. Wednesday I did 3.5, again that 0.5 reflecting the half hour. Thursday I did another 3.5. I do nothing with my total hours because again that's going to generate and calculate on its own. This week I completed some training. I went over some policies and procedures with my supervisor. I attended another meeting. And let's say this week I participated in an activity that's not listed here. So I'm going to click on Other. One of the other great things to think about with this review of activities section is it really allows for a great opportunity for the student and the field instructor to begin a dialogue around the activities that have happened throughout the week and the skills that they're beginning to develop. At this point, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on my week signature, type in my name, submit signature, and we have our 2 weeks recorded. You see here that the individual week's time has been calculated, and you'll also see up here in the right-hand corner that combination of the two, the tallied total. So we're at 30.5 for these 2 weeks. At this point, one thing that I would like to discuss with you is the importance of save. So although you've seen throughout that there are some built-in saves, especially around like the signature where it says that material has been saved, it's really vital that you always click on save at the bottom of the screen. This is necessary. If you do not click on save, the work that you entered will be lost. So I'm going to click on save. You'll see at the top here, information saved to database. And at that point, you're good to close this form and be able to kind of move on with your day. One last piece that I want to point out before we close out of this form is right here at the bottom, you'll see there are required signatures. These signatures are only completed when the required hours for the semester is complete. So depending on your program, your field practicum, you're at 200, you're at 250. These signatures represent that all of the above documented hours are correct and accurate, and you are acknowledging your completion of the required hours for that semester. What you'll notice here, we've really tried to be mindful of the titling of our hyperlinks. So you'll see here, click to sign completed document. When you were over here, it said week signature. So really just be mindful of what you're clicking on. These over here, you're signing every week. This signature at the very bottom is only when you're done for the entire semester. So that wraps up this training video on Introduction to Supervision and Field Timesheet. I hope you found it helpful and that it has provided you with a solid foundation to get started. Please reach out to the field department should you have any questions. Thank you.